Welcome to Inspiration Rising. I'm your host, David Trotter, and we're here to inspire you to rise up in your life, love, and leadership. Well, a number of you have reached out to me with questions about the Launch Your Life online course and coaching program. And I wanted to take a few minutes today to help you understand more about the course and hear directly from 3 recent students. So if you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or lacking clear direction in your life, and you're looking to take your life to the next level, the Launch Your Life program will help you rediscover yourself, change your mindset, and reach tangible goals. Yet in order to do this, you need 3 things. You need a workable plan, you need an experienced coach, and a supportive community. And if you've been saying, I want something different in 2020, I want you to know that it's totally possible. Imagine for a moment in the next 60 days if you could rediscover yourself and start showing up with strength and courage in every area of your life. Imagine if you could get crystal clear about what you really want in this season of life and then set meaningful goals that will help you get there. Imagine if you could cultivate a powerful, positive mindset, focusing on the truths that will propel you upward and ridding your mind of the negativity that weighs you down. Imagine for a moment developing and implementing a step-by-step plan to reach the goals that will get you where you want to be. And imagine experiencing the power of mutual support among fellow students who believe in you. The Launch Your Life online course and coaching program is an 8-week experience that combines video curriculum, live weekly mastermind video calls, and one-on-one coaching from me. 12 years ago, my life hit rock bottom, and I had to figure out a way to relaunch my life. And so in this program, I teach you exactly the questions that I have been asking myself for the last 12 years, the questions that have empowered me to run and develop a 6-figure marketing business that I still run today, produce and direct 4 feature films, publish multiple books, travel the globe, enjoy a life with my family and my marriage of 25 years. I want to teach you how to integrate the 5 life launch questions into your life so that you can get unstuck, clarify your goals, and take your life to the next level. The questions are simple and yet profound. Who am I? What do I want? What truths will keep me focused? How will I take action? And who will walk with me? The next session of the Launch Your Life course begins on January 15th, 2020, and you can learn more about it at insporising.com/launch. That's insporising.com/launch. Even if you're listening to this program after that date, you can join the waiting list for the next session. Well, today I want to introduce you to 3 recent students, and you'll have the opportunity to hear excerpts from my conversations with them recorded in the last few days. First, you'll hear from Amber in Idaho, who is a homeschooling mom, and she and her husband have started multiple businesses over the years, but she's been feeling a bit stuck. And then you'll hear from Tyler in Oregon, who's a single dad of 2 boys, and he works as a machinist, but he's an entrepreneur at heart. And finally, you'll hear from Rhonda in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, who has grown children, and she came into the program trying to figure out her next steps in life. All right, let's begin by hearing from Amber.
Prior to the course, I felt a little bit aimless. I felt weird that I didn't really have passions. I had listened to some podcasts and things that were, talking about people being passionate. And I'm like, what is it even? I don't think I'm passionate about anything. I've been a mom for forever and that's all I've done. And so, the other thing I guess I would say I was feeling was inadequate. Maybe a sense of feeling worthless even. Another big thing I would say is I felt lost in my kids' aspirations. Just being a mom, I'm always facilitating their dreams, which I love, but, kind of felt a little run down doing the same thing.
One of the big things that I used to struggle with was just, a lot of it was just focus and just working on way too many things at one time. Never really having a solid path of what I was doing. I knew where I wanted to go and the things I needed to do. Basic stuff, even from picking up my house to doing artwork to creating NutriCubes. The list goes on with the things you want to do in life. But I never really had a laid out path. Life stress gets in the way, health gets in the way. you take care of your kids and just life becomes overwhelming. Before the course, I was just very unfocused and very scattered-minded with how to really accomplish goals that I wanted to accomplish.
I would be wrestling with who I am, why people treat me the way they do, and my responsibility in that. And where do I go from here?
What's interesting about the Launch Your Life program is that each person is coming in with their own challenges, and yet they all experience unique breakthroughs in the process. Listen to some of the things that Amber and Tyler and Rhonda learned throughout the course.
I would say a huge breakthrough was the I am statements. Learning who I am, no matter where I'm at. It's not about what I'm doing. That was huge. Lots of crazy breakthroughs. I could talk for hours about the different areas that's touched my life, even on a daily basis. I feel one example I would say is anytime I encounter a situation like a change or a decision, I just feel more empowered for some reason. I'm like, who is this person that is feeling this way? And I just feel more confident when I'm making a decision because of those I am statements in that segment that we did together. That was really powerful.
I used to always focus on relationships. And that was something I think that used to really, I would say now that I went through your course, it used to stress me out, but I didn't know it stressed me out. They used to hold me back a lot because I always thought I needed that significant other in my life to do the things I needed to do. But after your course and going through some meditations and even getting deep in those meditations, I would always see my kids and my family, and I never really saw a significant other or a girlfriend or whatever you want to call it. And so I think one of the big things I took out of it was I need to not focus on that anymore. I don't need that relationship. I need to focus on myself and my relationship with my kids and the goals I want. So I think not worrying about having a woman in my life was one of the big things I took out of it. Plus my finances, because I've always been just kind of scattered with my finances. Never really kept my bills in order. I would have stacks of, mail, and it would always just stress me out. And you kind of helped me organize those and be able to stay on top of my finances. And just kind of those two things. I mean, the course was full of all sorts of stuff, but those two things I think were pretty big, impactful things for me on being able to take those stresses out of my life. So now I'm able to focus on what I really need to focus on to better myself.
What if I allowed myself to be happy? That was a big thing. Just realizing that I have permission to be happy and be playful and be creative and all of these things that I want in my life. But because I was hurt and feeling sad, I didn't allow myself to do it. And your videos each week, I found those quite amazing. But talking to you one-on-one is really where I got the most. And because I've listened to all your podcasts and watched all your videos and everything, I feel like I know you.
Over the 8-week Launch Your Life course, I help each student cultivate a clear vision for the next season of their life, and then they set SMART goals to help them reach that vision. And then we set accompanying action steps to get them going. Now, for some, this looks like cultivating a better family life. And yet for others, it can look like starting a side hustle or even an entire business. Let's listen to the visions that came into the minds and hearts of Amber, Tyler, and Rhonda.
So I would say one of the big things that I kind of walked away with, which sounds so circular, is that I am actually doing what I want to be doing. I felt like I wasn't doing what I wanted. And in the end, I was like, wow, I actually am living my dream right now. Through this, I realized that I can still also pursue things that I want. Through one of the meditations, I had this vision of owning basically like a big party barn, a venue that could be used for all kinds of events. I love hosting things. I don't necessarily want to put on events, but I love hosting them. And so that was something I got really excited about. And I guess right now I've realized just, this last year I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So I'm just kind of still navigating that health-wise and trying to just really focus on getting healthy. This last year has been kind of all about me, trying to pull myself back together. So, I would say that's the biggest thing right now, that I just go, I'm not quite ready to pioneer this endeavor. But what I love is that it's still on the back. I wouldn't even say on the back of my mind. It's like halfway. It's something that I'm always kind of thinking about. And, I have a notebook that's just for that. And so I'll jot down things that come to my mind, or, maybe a connection that I might need that I learned of for that. And so I guess with that whole idea and business plan, is what I love about it is that I know I can do it. When it's time, I'll be ready. And I would have never had that level of confidence or excitement before your program, for sure. So even that's different.
Well, I was chasing art. I mean, when I first started this course, because that's one of my goals, right? I really want to push art out there. And that was where my big vision was focused on. And again, after one of your, modules, we did a meditation. And I was actually surprised because the first meditation we did, you said like a keyword that triggered art again in me. And that was, you said, envision yourself in the summer, and what are you doing? And previously the summer I had my art in an art gallery. So that's where my mind went in that meditation. Mm-hmm. But later on, during the modules, we did another meditation. I actually ended up in my kitchen focusing on this project I'm doing with NutriCubes. And that one was really powerful because when I was really sick with Crohn's disease and a bunch of other diseases that have stemmed from it, osteopenia, sacroiliitis, arthritis, all these other just painful, irritating issues that your body goes through. Well, when I was really sick, my mom would basically blend up just vegetables and freeze them in ice cube trays. And when I needed nutrients, because you can't eat anything, like when you're super inflamed and you're in so much pain, I mean, you can't even turn your head without being in excruciating pain. And so eating and getting nutrients is very difficult. So she would blend up vegetables. So I was able to drink my nutrients. It was way easy on my stomach. The inflammation wouldn't go haywire. And I was able to actually survive and not just wither away from malnutrition and pain and all the other issues that Crohn's can cause. And so basically it sparked the idea that, okay, I can help other people that go through my issues. I know they're malnutrition. I know they can't eat. I know they're in so much pain because, even eating a piece of bread, can put you in extreme, excruciating pain. And so I've taken a lot of the ingredients like ashwagandha and bee pollen and kale and turmeric and cat's claw bark and lemon and lime and all these different ingredients that really helped me calm down my stomach, bring the inflammation down to where I was able to actually start rebuilding my body and rebuilding my microbiome and getting my life back. Taking those ingredients, I've done the same thing she's done. I've just made them a lot more flavorful and have a lot more potency into them. And I blend up certain ingredients for whatever cube style I'm creating and put them in little squares right now in like ice cube trays and blend them up real quick in some water, drink it. And, it's a good way to maintain your health while you're in some serious pain.
Well, definitely I'm more focused. I started my own company, as you know, and just working on that. The idea was there, but kind of muddy. So after taking the course, I got a clear vision of starting a clinic solution company that helps small clinics with their day-to-day stuff, such as social media, policies and procedures, hiring, firing if they want me to, just whatever they need so they can free up their office manager just so that they can do their job. I didn't have the confidence probably to start the business because I was in a bad place and, didn't feel like being kicked again. And then going through the launch of life, of course, gave me the confidence to be able to just go for it. My name is Vector Clinic Solutions. I'm just in the works of building my website and Facebook, Instagram. Got my logo. I've got people to work with me that will do the social media. Just working out some of the fine details, and then I'm going to be launching in the next couple weeks or so.
I always find it fascinating to hear from students as they describe the course and my coaching style after they've gone through the 8-week program. But I think it's important for you to know what you're getting into. And so let's hear directly from Amber, Tyler, and Rhonda about their experience.
I would say this course is foundation work. For me, it took me back to my foundation, who I am. The life map part of it was huge, seeing patterns and things like that. I feel like it really digs deep and then builds you up. So you're starting from here, where am I and who am I? And then it goes up from there. And so as far as your coaching style, super encouraging, very motivating. You're honest and gentle. We had different people in our group that were going through some fragile stuff or super recent stuff. And even me with, my new diagnosis, that's still really fragile for me to be in this place of, having to kind of change my energy level and gauge what I have in my tank for a day. But yeah, I felt like you were able to just speak to each person with where they were at and with what they were doing. And I think that's a gift for sure.
For the typical person, without that mentor, that outside source kind of guiding you, we all get lost in life. And I think a lot of people don't really think they need the assistance because we just groove. But like having you just like ask those questions and do the meditations and have us write it down on paper and actually physically be able to see, our past and things we may have done in our past that have affected us today. And now how can we change that? And take those and learn from them and think of the truths and the positives, and then really start making your life a more positive and in the right direction rather than constantly bring yourself down, constantly being stressed about money issues or you're never reaching your goals because you're working on too many things. You've really brought the fruit to my tree, I guess you could say. I think you and your coaching style and your meditation and your course is very geared toward people who are, like I said, just scattered. They're stuck. They are entrepreneurs, but don't know how to get there. Just their own past, their own personality, their personality types, and really how to dig deep in themselves to find their own vision, their own creativity. So I think your course is really designed for people who, have an entrepreneur style of mentality.
Open, easy to talk to, very caring, very genuine. Made the course very easy to continue on with.
And so you may be asking yourself, who exactly is this program for? Well, let's listen in to Amber, Tyler, and Rhonda to hear what they think.
I would say anybody at a fork in the road, like me, anyone that's had a kind of a life shift, they need to, a refresh, a restart, encouragement, or, direction. Who doesn't need direction? You have amazing tools in this program to help take steps towards any kind of a goal.
You know how to really connect with people. You're extremely sincere, have the ability to not only listen, which not a lot of people have the ability. You can talk to somebody and they look like they're listening, but it's just going in one ear and out the other. And so you can listen and then you respond with a response that actually gives us something to say, like I never really thought of it like that. Or, oh, wow, like maybe that's really what people think, or maybe that's what happened in my life prior. So you have a very sincere, clear vision on what other people need to do in their lives that they might not even have themselves.
I think anyone who wants to make a change in their life, grow to be a better person, to make it doesn't, I don't think it necessarily has to be something huge like a career change or life partner change or any of these things, but just changing for yourself so that you can be the best person you can be and the people around you can enjoy you for who you are.
I would say if kind of toying with the idea or like, hey, I think that I could really use this, I would say for sure, just do it. You're going to get something from this no matter where you're at. Like I said, the tools in the course and even the meditations. I mean, you did stuff that we went to places that I didn't even realize this was going to take us to. Don't want to be like a spoiler alert on your meditations, but yeah, I mean, those were cool. So for anybody even kind of thinking about doing it, I would say do it. It's worth it.
Well, you've heard from real people who have experienced the real power of the Launch Your Life online course and coaching program. And I want to invite you to join me for the next 8-week session beginning on January 15th, 2020. Now, if you enroll by January 12th, you can use the coupon code of LAUNCH200 for a $200 discount off the retail price. Go to insporising.com/launch. That's insporising.com/launch for more information, testimonials, and how to register. Once again, use the coupon code of LAUNCH200 if you enroll by January 12th to receive a $200 discount off the retail price. If you have any questions whatsoever, you are welcome to contact me directly at david@insporising.com, or my phone number is 949-335-2925. And as you listen to this, may you have the courage to invest in yourself in 2020, because the only way you're going to cultivate the life you truly want is if you take intentional action.